Hello, Sita. Hi, happy
Oh,
World Empathy Day.
happy World Empathy Day to you too.
Here we are on one of the most important days of the year, especially right now in the world and with everything that's going on in it. And I'm so happy to be here with you sharing World Empathy Day to talk about positive action. It's going to be a
Me too.
blast.
Yeah. We've met in some amazing places with our empathy action, haven't we?
We really have. We really
On
have.
on the Refugee March, I think the first time.
Yes. And
And
then the
then
Bouquet International Warehouse, where we sent books off around the world, to refugee camps around the world.
that was wonderful, wasn't it? To think of our books going to refugee camps, because I know we both work with refugee people. It was very moving, and to think that something that you write might move be in the hands of someone who, life has been shattered, but they've got a book that can transport them to somewhere else. That's the whole thing about empathy and reading for me.
Absolutely, and it's the foundation to kindness. So if you read, if you get to analyze the characters and understand characters from a different point of view, and get to understand why it is they might be suffering in some way, it's the foundation to you wanting to step up and say, I want to help people like this character. Absolutely. But we have another challenge aside from reading for empathy, which is creating a poster, an Empathy Day poster. Now there are two things you need to remember for this poster, and I think, Sita, you're going to announce what those two things are.
I am, but I'm not going to show you because this is actually my empathy action. So we're going to reveal these later on, after you've had a little bit of a break to go away and create your empathy resolutions. But at the top of your empathy poster, which hopefully you'll put in your window so that you can declare it to your neighbourhood, you need to put, today is Empathy Day. Our empathy resolution is 2, or my empathy resolution is 2. I've done mine with the illustrator Jane Ray. So mine is our. But you might also want to do it with your family. I mean, people might want to do it with their families as well.
Yeah. So get your colouring books out, get your scissors and glue out. You can stick things on there. My one is coming soon, so I'll be finishing that off in the next half an hour or two. And then we want you to stick that up in your window so that your whole neighbourhood knows that you're a part of Empathy Day. Now, one of the other things that we can also ask you to do is, of course, to read for empathy. So we'll be making our book recommendations online for the 5 books that we think you might be wanting to read to enhance your empathy. And we also want to highlight that reading is really the foundation of our books as well, and empathy in our books as well. So Sita, I know that your characters are incredibly sympathetic and empathetic to so many of the world's issues and problems that are going on around what's happening right now.
Well, I basically, I think that the superpower that you need to be a writer is empathy, to really step into another person's shoes. And sometimes, as you think you're going to go in one direction with a story, and then it goes in a completely other direction. But I want to talk about how actually young people have inspired me to write my stories. The empathy of young people have inspired me to write my stories. So a couple of years ago, I think it was actually last year, at Sheffield Libraries, after I visited, I was sent this letter from 2 young girls who decided, as an act of empathy, they had this beautiful hair that went down, down their legs, so they'd never really cut it, and they decided to cut their hair for children's wigs who needed them for cancer. And that inspired the character of Shifa in Where the River Runs Gold, who cuts her hair so that her father will have enough to eat, because hair is a valuable resource in the future land that I've created. So, and in terms of environmental activism, Shifa and Tenda need to tell the powers that be that they've got to stop polluting the world, and they've got to start nurturing the planet a bit more. And Shifa collects seeds wherever she goes and scatters hope seeds and empathy seeds, like we are hoping to scatter today, all around her world. And I do believe that empathy can change the world.
Absolutely, me too. So the character in The Boy at the Back of the Class who's narrating the story, much like your beautiful character Shifa, was inspired by a really beautiful child, a child in the refugee camps in Calais and Dunkirk, who every Sunday would go out and give refugee children packets of crisps and sweets that she had collected throughout the week in the hopes of making friends with them. So actually, children who are incredibly empathetic are the foundation for our works. So you inspire us, and we hope that you'll be inspired by us as well in our books. So we're going to say bye for now, so you can go off and start your posters. I'm going to finish off my poster. Sita's going to finish off hers, and we'll see you at 3:30. Bye.